Hello guys, Leonard here again. Thank you for joining us, whether live or watching after the actual hangout. You can see my slides, I hope. Yes. Okay, just a little intro about myself, just in case you are here for the first time. My name is Leonard Lau. I'm the creator of the Sales Mastery System, the formula to selling easily and effectively in a one-to-one situation. Okay, today the reason why we are meeting is because this is the second session to the first part, which was conducted yesterday. And yesterday we discussed about one aspect of the sales mastery system which has been used to benefit our mentees and coaches in our program, and that is to help them to see their blind spots, uncover the things that is hindering them, stopping them from achieving their breakthroughs, their quantum leaps, their $1,000,000 round table, their cut of the table, and so on and so forth. Whatever is it that you want. Okay, all of us want to achieve our goals, but many of us are not able to reach the level that we want to. Okay, and many of us have no clue as to the reason why. So yesterday's session is to let you know, to enlighten you as to the reason why you are not achieving the goal that you have set, the desires of your heart. And that we are talking about uncovering of your blind spots, knowing and becoming aware of the things that are hindering you, preventing you. And this is very important because if you do not know what is stopping you, you cannot take the necessary action to change your outcomes. And literally you are stuck and you do not know why. So yesterday's session is an important one, okay? As similar to the previous sessions that we've been conducting in the last 1-2 weeks. We have been doing a few sessions so far, and I'm planning to do several other sessions for this month, so as to prepare some of you for the new year, which is coming anytime, 2016, right? So for those who are really looking for a new breakthroughs in the new year, I'd like you to join us, and hopefully you are really learning, even as I'm serious about giving you the value, helping you to understand and changing your results, okay? So before we go into the continuation of yesterday's session, which I'm going to touch on the second aspect, second key about the sales mastery system that has been used to help our mentees to help them in their breakthrough. For the benefit of some of you who do not know me yet, let me very quickly let you know a little bit about myself. Legacy is a mentoring coaching firm that has been set out more than 10 years ago. Our mission is to inspire and affirm excellence in sales and human development. Okay, Eileen has got this to say after she came for the program. Like the coach of a sports superstar, Leonard will help you propel to your next level of achievement. After I've been merely 2 mentoring sessions with him, I was not only able to discover my major blind spots in my sales career, but recover fully the equivalent amount of his fees in first-year commissions. What are you waiting for? Okay, Go Chanju is a manager in Singapore, life member MDRT. This is a great piece of work that details the values and qualities which influential people possess. Indeed, very thorough in the clarifications of the various values and qualities. A good read for people who wants to influence others. Okay, Chanju is writing about a book written specifically for our mentees. It is about people mastery and influence, how to really influence people. And this is his comments after reading the book. Tan Ching Ka is a principal consultant of G Matrix Consulting. He said that Leonard's passion in helping people to discover themselves. Simply unparalleled. I've been personally challenged to grow in my perspectives of life and work through his powerful sharing. Okay, so I have been invited to News Radio 938, National Radio of Singapore, total of 3 times to really talk about the work that I do, mentoring, coaching, helping people to develop their inner man for their peak performance. All right. And just to let you know more about what I do, the following slides are basically sessions of my facilitations, keynotes, talks, seminars, visualization sessions, visiting companies, top producer interviews, the last 10 years. And so you might be familiar with some of them if you are from Singapore. If you're not from Singapore, then maybe not. Pardon the quality of the pictures because they are snapped from my albums. Every opportunity to learn from the gurus, I seize it. And this has been happening in the last 10, 20 years, in fact. Okay. So this is right. This is the background that I come from. So let me quickly go back to the screen, if I may. All right, let me quickly come back again. Give me a few minutes. Give me some time to just figure this out because I'm always stuck with the technical aspect of the Hangout. All right. Screen share. Okay, I'm back. Apologies for the slight delay. Okay, so the second key, the second important key to the sales mastery system, which is being used to help sales advisors, particularly financial insurance advisors, to achieve their MDRT to perform. Okay, so what is it? So again, the recap, a short recap, the first key that I talk about is to be able to see your blind spots, to know the things that's stopping you, all right? And today, I'm going to talk about what I call the great mystery. The great mystery, okay? If there is a way to put the sequence to actually the 2 points, the 2 keys that I'm talking about, I would actually put today's session as key number 1. And then to uncover your blind spots as key number 2. Okay, so this would probably reveal to you what importance I give to the key that I'm going to share today. All right, so not that the second key is not important, not that uncovering your blind spots is not important, but I would like to say that the first key is even more important. Even as the second key is very important, because if you don't see your blind spots, you can never change your results. You do not know what is stopping you. All right, you do not know your enemy, so to speak, and you do not realize that the enemy is within you, and because of the lack of knowledge of the second key, you will not be able to achieve what you want to do. Okay, but why is the first key more important? Why is it that I call it the great mystery? Okay, certainly it is because it is so difficult to understand this first key. Okay, in fact, I think after studying, learning, and doing my coaching mentoring work for the last 10 over years, I have realized that the true keys to success, breakthroughs, and achievement are all mainly intangible. It cannot be seen, it cannot be touched. All right? Things that can be seen and touched are very easily accessible. Getting a degree, getting credentialized, all right? Learning about your products, knowing your industry rules, knowing features and benefits, so on and so forth. All these are easily seen, and that is what most of us are learning. Okay, but by learning this alone, you do not have access to the true secret to your breakthrough. So the reason why the top achievers and super producers are performing very well consistently is because they possess these inner secrets, these inner intangibles, if you may. Okay, so today I want to address the great mystery, which is again an intangible. All right, if you do not understand what I'm trying to say, it's all right. It just probably takes some time for you to finally assimilate. Okay, but try to understand what I'm trying to talk about. The great mystery basically is really talking about a state that you are in, that I am in, the state, the emotional state, the vibration, if you can call it that. Okay, it is a mindset. It is what you are focused on, what you are thinking about. Okay, there's another term which I use when I teach in my inner circle sessions with my mentees and in my inner circle members. We call it the psychology of arriving. The psychology of arriving. Right. So, okay, let me help you understand a little deeper. Okay, to help you to understand a little deeper, let's consider someone who, let's say, is struggling with what they are doing. Okay, they may be average in their sales performance. They may want to do their MDRTs. They may want to do their conventions, their awards, their COTs, or for that matter, any sales advisory, the next level of your performance that you want, okay? But year after year, you are having problems. Problem in the sense that you are just always performing at the same level, and you don't understand why. You see people who are performing well, you want to be like them, you listen to their talks, you try to read books, you listen to your leaders, but somehow nothing is getting to you, okay? You are listening to things over and over again, and sometimes you may even get frustrated with your leader or your manager who seems to be telling you the same things over and over again. All right, focus on your work harder, set your goal, plan, strategize, so on and so forth. You know, you've heard it again and again, and there's nothing new anymore. It's not getting to you. Okay, so imagine such a person, whether it's yourself or somebody that you know. If you are struggling with what, with the fact that you are not getting to what you want to do, one possible scenario is that you are down mentally, emotionally. Is that possible? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Okay, so when you are down, when you're disappointed, when you're frustrated, when you are angry, when you are miserable or whatever, all right, anything that is so-called negative. And in this example, I'm giving you the extreme case, okay? So if you are in that state, the emotional state, that mental state, can you picture that? Okay, it's an extreme example, okay? But you get the idea, right? So when you are in that state, I want to tell you key number one in today's session, the key that we are talking about is to be aware that this state that you are in is not serving you at all, right? What you want to do is to get out of that state. What you want to do is to know what state you ought to be in order for you to be able to progress and go and make improvements to your situation. You may not straight away achieve your high production, high productivity, okay? You may not become a super producer overnight, but the first thing you want to do is to be aware that you are in such a state and to be able to get out of it, okay? So, of course, this is an extreme example. You may not be that extreme. You may be a good performer already. It's just that you're not getting to MDRTs. You're not getting to awards or conventions. Or you, even if you're awarded awards qualifier, a convention qualifier, you may not be achieving MDRT and you want to be there. You know, but the state that you are in, you must become aware of it. All right? assess it objectively, right? And make changes to it if you need to. All right, or you may even be an MDRT qualifier, but you find that achieving it is a struggle. Achieving it is very strenuous. It's very stressful. It's very painful, and it's not easy. And to think of doing it again, worries you, make you anxious, and you have no confidence to repeat it again. Okay, in the same way, understand, know the state that you are in right now. Okay, so what is the state that you ought to be in? Okay, and that is what we are going to discuss today. The psychology of arriving simply says that you ought to think that you have already achieved what you want. You know what I'm trying to say? The psychology of arriving simply says that you believe, that you can see in your mind's eyes that you have achieved, that you have arrived. Okay? So does it mean that you have already achieved your results in numbers on the paper, in actual record? No, that's not what we're trying to say. It is a psychology. It is a mental state, which will give you an emotional state, which will be positive, which has a positive vibes to it. Okay? And of course, there are many other things that you ought to do in order for you to really master this state, to be able to use this, to continue to learn, to see your blind spots, to make changes, to actually engage in the right activities so that you can get the results that you want. Okay? We can't go into that depth today, but remember, you ought to come out of that negative state and pursue that state of psychology that you have arrived, that you have achieved, whatever is it that you want. And then, although you have not actually achieved it in numbers terms, you, with that state that you are in, with that psychology that you're in, then you go about to do what you need to do, to make the necessary changes, which is the blind spots that we are talking about. That's the reason why it's important for you to see the blind spots. Because if you don't see the blind spots again, you cannot make the changes. Because there's nothing to change, you know what I mean? There's nothing to change, there's nothing to really correct. And if you do the same things over and over again and then expect different results, of course, Einstein said and remind us that it is insanity. Okay? So you must combine the two keys together. And that is what the sales mastery system helps our mentees to do. When they are aware of these and they combine them, then they see immediate results, okay, which I have shared in my earlier hangouts and webinars. All right, so we've got people who, after their first session, come back next week with 7 sales, when their previous 6 months was no sales. We have people who are so fearful of rejection, and even an MDRT qualifier, can you imagine that? But when you overcome that as a main hindrance, plus some other issues work out through the mentoring program, can you believe it? The next year rather, he do his top of the table. There are people who are paralyzed by fear of talking to people. And although on one hand, they know that they need to be talking to people, on the other hand, they're so fearful. So really, it's a dilemma and affects their self-confidence and all that. And in one session with us together, the next week they come back beaming with of course beaming confidence and joy, but of course they may not know exactly what has allowed that change to take place. But they were happy because, or rather, she was happy because. Instead of being fearful to talk to people, she's attracting people to talk to her. And she don't understand why. Okay? So the important thing is to be able to do the right things so as to get the right results. And to be able to understand those things, of course, is the next level. It is the mastery level of your performance. And obviously that is good to know, because when you have mastery of the knowledge of what you are doing, you will be able to repeat your performance again and again. Okay, but for her, after the first time, the next week she came back with that kind of result. It was fantastic. Okay, or it can be another situation that I can think of. Somebody who is always having no sales, although she was so ambitious, although she was so enthusiastic about getting results. But again and again, no sales for months. And of course, that worries her. And when she came for the mentoring program, she, after learning and seeing the blind spots that she has, and being taught about the right thing to do, and of course, obviously, the principle that we shared today about the great mystery, correcting the mindset that she has, okay, taking care of the emotional state that she's in. She went out, changed something in the way she do things, and in her case, the one I'm thinking about right now is she changed to be a good questioner and a good listener instead of going straight to the prospect with enthusiasm to present, to talk, to tell. All right, and that switch alone helped her to close 2 sales after the first mentoring session. Okay, so there are many examples that I can think of, but the idea is this. The reason why the sales mastery system works is because we not only talk about the right things that you have to do, which is important, okay? And this is what you get when you attend seminars, workshops, read books, attend congresses and all that. So it is good, right? You need to know the right things that you need to do. Okay, but there's a problem here. The problem is that if you are not assisted correctly, which is the purpose of our mentoring coaching program, if you are not assisted properly, giving you the right things is of no use. Okay? Giving you the right things when you are not assisted properly, you are not set ready to receive from the speakers, from the top producers, from the super achievers, is no use. Why? Because whatever they tell you, you cannot receive it. Okay? So, and that's the reason why we have awareness exercises in our program. We have a discussion of blind spots through facilitation, because we want to bring out those blind spots from you and help you to see those things. And we want to help you to understand and be aware of the state that you are in, which is what our main point of discussion is for today. And only when you get into that state, then things will start to move for you. Things will start to happen for you. Okay? It's pretty much like the story of the man who lost his keys in his house, and he was on his hands and legs searching for the key. And when he was at the corridor, his neighbor walked past in the dim light, and I mean the house is dark and he couldn't see anything. In the dim light, the neighbor asked him, so what are you doing? And the man told him, I lost my keys. And the neighbor said, okay, let me help you to find it. And down on his knees and hands, searching for the next 10-15 minutes. And after he couldn't find it, in frustration, he asked his friend. He said, do you remember where you lose it? The old man looked up to him, and after a pause, he said, I think I lost it in the house. And of course, the neighbor was amused and amazed and frustrated, because he's asking him then why are we doing out here in the corridor? Right? The old man said, there's light here. And because the house is dark. Okay? So, can you understand the moral of the story? If you lost your key in the house, is there any point searching for the key at the corridor, even though there's light in the corridor and the house is dark? You can never find your key. Okay, so this is a very good story to illustrate what many of us are facing. If you have been searching for your answers for the last 10, 20 years, I'm not surprised, because I work with people who are 15, 18, 20 years searching for their keys, and only when they come to learn some of the things that we are talking about, to help them to get into the right frame of mind, the right psychology, the right state, and then to review and help them to bring out those blind spots, and then to give them finally the right answers to them. Then they are able to receive and change their results immediately. Okay? Remember, getting the right answers alone, which is what we have all around us, seminars, books, speakers, and all that, is not enough to help you if you are really not getting the answers yet to the success that you want. Okay? So to me, it is crucial that you understand this, and that's the purpose and motivation for my sharing. I want to be able to help more people to truly understand so that they can finally do something and unleash the potential that they have within them. You and I have potential within. All of us have potential within, but only some of us are really, really tapping into that potential. Isn't it a waste? Isn't it a pity? You know, with every year that passed by, you know, considering the people that I work with, 5 years, 7 years, 12, 13, 15, 17, 18, 20, 22 years, the time has passed by and they have yet to get the answer. I hope this series of sessions that I'm doing this month will be able to add value to you in special ways to help you to first understand, become aware, and realize why is it that you are not getting to your answers. All right? And then with this understanding as the foundation, you can then proceed to find the true answers that you really need in order to make the changes and get to the outcomes that you really want. Okay? So I hope the two keys that we have shared has been helpful to you. If you want to connect with me, let me see. If you want to connect with me, what I like to do is to give you this link. If you cannot get this link, okay, this link is the link to a qualification form if you want to participate in a clarity call with me. I will spend 30 minutes with you if I receive your form, because engaging 30 minutes with you to answer your specific questions will give you clarity. Clarity is very important. Clarity will give you power to move ahead, right? And if you have any questions, even about our upcoming online mentoring, our personal coaching, or whatever that you want to ask me at the coaching, at the clarity call. Okay, but first, help me to understand your situation by answering some of the questions in the form. And as long as you submit the form, I will be able to receive it, and I will give you the best I can, the results that you're looking for, okay? So let me see, in case you can't get the link here, let me try to get it over here. You can take a snapshot of it if you want to. Or you can copy it down. Okay, very quickly. Here it is. Okay, screen share. I have to give you a screen share, entire screen share. Okay, so this is the form, the link that I'm talking about. Take a snapshot of it, copy it down. Feel free to connect with me. I would be so glad to be able to assist you. It doesn't matter where you are from. I hope to be able to reach out to more people with the discovery that I have. I've spent years of my life learning, and I think it is only of value if it can be used to benefit someone else. So feel free to connect, fill out the form, submit it. You give me about 48 hours to get back to you. And once we can do that, it will be useful for you. I can guarantee that, right? So that's it for today. Thank you for coming by. If you didn't watch this live, it's all right. You can still catch up on the replay at my YouTube channel at the Google Plus page. I will talk to you again. I'm looking into doing more sessions, if I may, to discuss various aspects of a person's breakthrough, sharing the experience I have, helping individuals and team in the last 10 years, okay? So remember, feel free to connect. This is Leonard from Legacy. It is my privilege to assist you if I can. Thank you so much. Have a great day.